Picture this, late Sunday night, October 5th, 2025. While most people wind down, a federal courthouse in Oregon is the stage for a major decision. Judge Karen Immergut, appointed by Trump himself, halts the administration's plan to send National Guard troops from Texas and California into Portland. This isn't just about Portland, it's a flashpoint in the ongoing battle between President Trump and Democrat-led cities. Oregon and California argue the federal government is overreaching, and the judge agrees, issuing a temporary restraining order, a legal timeout. For now, no out-of-state National Guard troops can be deployed to Portland. The ruling highlights a core question: who controls troops on U.S. soil? The president or the governors? This decision ignites a national debate about states' rights versus federal power. The Trump administration is expected to appeal, so the legal fight is far from over. The next few weeks will determine if those troops ever set foot in Portland, and what that means for the balance of power. The stakes, nothing less than the rules of American democracy. Why did Trump want the National Guard in Portland? For him, it's about law and order. He points to protests and clashes as proof that local leaders have lost control, arguing the federal government must step in. Portland's protests, especially against immigration policies, put the city in the administration's crosshairs. The plan deployed 200 California National Guard members to protect federal agents and property. This fits a broader strategy. Trump has sent troops to other cities too, framing unrest as a national security threat. By labeling groups like Antifa as domestic terrorists, the administration justifies a military-style response. The message: if local governments won't act, the federal government will. It's a political move designed to appeal to voters worried about safety, but state leaders see it as federal overreach, setting up a fierce clash. Judge Immergut's ruling was clear. The government failed to prove Portland's protests required federalized troops. She saw no convincing evidence of an emergency justifying such drastic action. The administration's attempt to bring in out-of-state troops looked like a workaround to a previous order blocking Oregon's own guard. The judge emphasized the National Guard is meant to be under state control, not a presidential police force. Her temporary restraining order freezes the situation, protecting state sovereignty while the court reviews the case. The administration now faces a tougher legal battle to justify its plan. The core issue: can the president override state authority for law enforcement? For now, the answer is no. The Trump administration's response: outrage. Advisor Stephen Miller blasted the judge's ruling as a violation of constitutional order. For the White House, it's a direct challenge to presidential authority. Meanwhile, state leaders fired back. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker called the plan an invasion and urged Texas Governor Abbott not to cooperate. Abbott, siding with Trump, authorized his state's guard, citing the need to protect federal officials. The public feud played out on social media and in press conferences, exposing deep partisan divides. Governors accuse the president of overreach. The White House accuses judges of blocking national security. This isn't just legal drama, it's a public spectacle with real consequences for cities like Portland. The standoff between state and federal leaders is now front and center. To understand the fight, you need to know what the National Guard is. It's a part-time military force, usually under the governor's command for state emergencies, but the president can federalize the Guard for national missions. This dual command works, until the president and governors disagree. That's the heart of the Portland standoff. States say no, the president says yes. The judge's block is temporary, but the legal battle will continue, likely heading to higher courts. Meanwhile, protests and political tensions keep rising. This isn't just about Portland, it's about who gets the final say in American democracy. The question remains: when state and federal leaders clash, who's really in charge?